Have you ever taken over a project because it felt easier to do it yourself than to watch someone else get it wrong? Or do you know someone who becomes increasingly directive, impatient, frustrated, or controlling when plans change, emotions enter the conversation, or when the outcome feels uncertain? Perhaps you've questioned one of their decisions, only to have your question treated as resistance, incompetence, or a challenge to their authority. I'm Dr. Ann Dranitsaris, a psychotherapist, leadership coach, MBTI-certified practitioner, and the co-creator of the Striving Styles personality system. This video is part of my series on the shadow side of the thinking function. In this video, I'm focusing on extroverted thinking and what I call the controller persona. Extroverted thinking is a dominant mental function for ESTJs and ENTJs. In the Striving Styles personality system, we call them both leader striving styles with a predominant emotional need to be in control. This emotional need must be met to self-regulate, especially during one's formative years. And while both of these personality types prefer extroverted thinking, they gather information using different perceiving functions, and their behavior can look quite different. For example, ESTJs meet their need to be in control by developing clear roles, establishing and maintaining rules and standards, reliable processes, and organizing themselves and others. ENTJs, on the other hand, meet their need to be in control by developing future-focused strategies, visions, direction, decisive action, and a strong focus on future results. So the decision-making is the same. It's simply how they gather information that softens or hardens either one of these personality types. Extroverted thinking gives both ESTJs and ENTJs the ability to organize resources, make sound decisions, establish structure, and lead others toward meaningful goals. But we're born with two developmental systems, a self-actualizing system and a self-protective system. The self-actualizing system directs our energy toward developing the capacities of our authentic self. On the other hand, the job of the self-protective system is to direct energy toward managing anxiety, maintaining emotional safety, and making sure that our needs are met. So when an ESTJ or an ENTJ grows up in an environment that feels chaotic, unpredictable, emotionally unsafe, or poorly managed, extroverted thinking is called upon to meet a need to be in control by becoming pseudo-independent and taking responsibility for meeting their own needs and the needs of others in their environment, because they know that they learn they can't consistently depend on the adults. So energy that would normally support the development of the authentic self is then diverted and rerouted into building an adaptive controller persona. The child learns, I am safe and only safe when I am in charge. I am safe when I know what everyone is doing and when they're doing it. I am safe when nothing is left to chance. So as an adult, when living from that controller persona, they manage anxiety by controlling the environment and everyone in it. So if you prefer extroverted thinking, how this looks is you may monitor other people's work, step in when they don't meet your standards, become impatient or frustrated with emotional reactions, or feel personally responsible for preventing anything from going wrong. You may experience this as being competent, efficient, decisive, responsible, or accountable, but other people may experience it as dismissive, micromanaging, intimidating, or controlling. The developmental task for ESTJs and ENTJs is to reclaim the energy that's been invested in self-protection and redirect it toward the authentic self. This means learning to share authority, tolerate uncertainty, listen to different perspectives, and remain emotionally grounded without having to control the people or circumstances around you. So it's a bit of a slow down and soften, which really isn't aligned with that meeting the need to be in control. But for development, it certainly means that it must be tolerated for developmental purposes. Your extroverted thinking function then can serve its real purpose, creating structure, exercising sound judgment, solving meaningful problems, and leading others without sacrificing trust, collaboration, or emotional connection. Thanks so much for listening, and look for my articles. And if you're interested in more information about using the MBTI or striving styles individually or in your organization, please contact me for more information. Bye for now.